Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, D-Gens? I'll tell you what's up. Jasmy's price. That's what's up. Let's go have a look, guys. Let's check out the chart, see what's going on. Look at that. We've gotten all the way up to roughly, guys, 5 cents 9-1. Almost 6 cents today, guys. Sitting at 5 cents 542 right now. It's hilarious, guys, because we were having a group Zoom call last night on the Patreon, and I said to everybody at the end of the night, we were just breaking through this purple resistance level, and I said we were showing it on the screen while we were doing our group Zoom call over there, and I said to everybody over on the Patreon when we were shutting it down for the night, I said, don't be surprised if we wake up and Jasmy's up here at like 4 or 5, 5 cents, right? Sure enough, wake up, boom, there it is, guys. Nailed it, right? Absolutely nailed it. And we're going to continue, guys. We're going to continue. I am excited for this daily candle close. Guys, we're on our way. Are you ready for 10 cents? Are you ready for 10 cents? That's our next psychological level after breaking through that 4 to 5 cent level. 10 cents on the horizon. Let's freaking go. Maybe 10 to 12 cents, then maybe consolidate, break our way up to that 25 to 30 cents. Let's freaking go, baby. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it, guys. What a great time to be alive. What a great time to be alive, right, guys? Loving it. Loving being in Jasmy. The haters were wrong, guys. There's one crypto channel out there, and we all know who it is, who owes Jasmy community an apology, because about 2 weeks ago, he was trying to say that Jasmy was going to be delisted from Binance, and we told him he was wrong. And then I did a video this morning. I don't know if you guys saw it. We're going to cover it a little bit here, but Binance is removing Jasmy from the monitoring zone. Looks like the first week of January, just like we've been saying. We've been talking a lot about this over on the Patreon, guys. You got to get over there. You're missing some very, very important conversations, guys. So definitely get over to the Patreon. But last night while we were live streaming as well over here on YouTube, we saw Bitcoin smash through 100K. We're sitting at $100,830 right now. It looks like the bulls are trying to push Bitcoin back down below 100K before the daily candle close. So the bulls are going to have to, did I say bulls? The bears are trying to push it down. The bulls are going to have to push this up. They're going to have to continue to keep this. We need this candle close above 100K. 100% we need it there. So we'll see what happens, guys. It's all fantastic if Bitcoin breaks $100,000. But if we end up wicking all the way back down here again before the candle closes, it's all for naught, right? So what we need is candle closes. Full body candle closes above the 100K level. That's what we need to be paying attention for, right? And that will happen in about 4.5 hours. So yeah, very, very bullish things, guys. So guys, listen, welcome if you're new to the channel. If you're following over on X, or if you're watching over on Crypto Blueprint, guys, hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on X. Put your questions and comments, concerns in the chat. I will get to them the second half of the stream. The first half of the stream, we cover the news. So let's get into the news of the day. We got a lot of stuff to run through today, guys. A lot of bullish stuff. So we're going to get into it. If you have altcoin requests, guys, there is a tab at the top of the chat that says goals. That is where you enter your altcoin requests, and I will look at your altcoins, okay? Let's get into the crypto bubbles, guys. What's going on in the crypto bubbles? Let's have a look across the market. Look at Jasmy dominating the bubbles, 38.3% up. Absolutely amazing. Oh, look at this, guys. We're working towards a $3 billion market cap right now. $2.70 billion, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. Up 14 spots in rank to 62. Up 221% on the month and 122% on the week. Absolutely amazing. Look at the volume. Almost $2 billion in volume, too. We're working our way up to $2 billion in volume. Got up to 5 cents, 859. Almost 6 cents, guys. Almost 6 cents. So close. What's going on across the broader crypto market? We're having some corrections here, guys. A little bit of DCA opportunity. Sui, Doge, Taraxa, Stacks, and Render are pumping. Everything else kind of having a bit of a correction. Not a bad opportunity, guys, to get into projects like Proppy or Quant or GFAL, maybe Corium. Quant's all the way up at $143. I remember like last year we were talking about getting into Quant. I was telling everybody like $60. I was like, guys, you got to get into Quant at $60, man, right? XLM and XRP are correcting as well as HBAR. Where's XRP? Now, yesterday morning, guys, 24 hours ago, I did say that XRP was going to have a sharp decline. It was going to correct about 20%. I still believe it's going to. It's already started to, but we're going to see that correction there. Nothing goes straight up forever, guys. That's why no one ever went broke taking profits, right? Nobody ever went broke taking those profits off the table. All right, let's get into some of the news. Can't stop, won't stop. D. Wellwood, that's right, brother. So Hara tweeted out, as we can see the article from Binance. He says, tells everyone, understand, Jasmy should have never been here to begin with. Exactly. And here's the thing, guys, as well. Just on a side note, I recorded a video. It comes out this evening at 6 o'clock. It is actually part 2 of Hara's AMA, where he answers community questions. So keep an eye out for that video, guys. It's coming out tonight at 6 p.m. Central. I do another breakdown of Hara's AMA. So make sure you watch that. So Hara tweeted that out, and then we'll get into the article here. Check this out. So here we go, guys, on Binance. On Binance itself, Jasmy set to exit Binance's monitoring zone next month, a game changer for the Japanese Bitcoin. So I guess that Crypto Nation was absolutely wrong in telling everybody for about 3 weeks that Jasmy was going to be delisted from Binance because it was in the monitoring zone. I believe he owes the entire Jasmy community an apology for spreading FUD about the project. So that's why you do your research. You don't just make videos talking smack for no reason. So in an exciting development for cryptocurrency enthusiasts, Jasmy is likely to exit Binance's monitoring zone in Q1 of 2025, potentially in January. The milestone could signal a new chapter for the token, often referred to as the Japanese Bitcoin. With its price crossing 5 cents today, the crypto community is abuzz with speculation that Jasmy could soar to $1 in the next bull run expected in 2025. So what is Jasmy? Jasmy is a Japanese blockchain project focused on empowering users with data sovereignty through decentralized technologies. Unlike traditional platforms where data is centralized and monetized without user consent, like Google, Meta, Facebook, Jasmy offers a system where users control their own data. Giving it intrinsic value, the project aims to create a secure and user-friendly environment for IoT devices, data marketplaces, and decentralized applications. Why is Jasmy unique, you might ask? Data sovereignty. Jasmy stands out by addressing the pressing global issue where privacy and data control, user privacy and data control, through a decentralized platform, users retain ownership of their data while benefiting from its value. Strong Japanese roots. As one of the first legally compliant blockchain projects in Japan, Jasmy has a solid foundation and regulatory approval. Sorry, I lost myself there. Earning its nickname, the Japanese Bitcoin. IoT integration. The token is designed to empower IoT devices and platforms, a rapidly growing industry with immense potential for blockchain integration. Potential beyond the monitoring zone. Currently listed under Binance's monitoring zone, Jasmy's status has kept investors cautious. However, an exit from the zone could boost the reputation and attract more institutional and retail investors. This move signals confidence in the project's stability, compliance, and long-term potential. With a robust use case and growing adoption, Jasmy could play a pivotal role in shaping how decentralized technologies interact with IoT and data privacy. An exit from Binance's monitoring zone could serve as a significant catalyst for its market value and adoption. Today, Jasmy's price crossed 5 cents, a psychological barrier that indicates growing confidence among investors. As the broader crypto market prepares for the next bull run in 2025, experts predict that Jasmy could reach $1, a staggering 20x increase from its current value. Factors supporting this optimism include increased regulatory clarity in Japan and other key markets, expansion of IoT-related partnerships and use cases like Panasonic, growing global awareness of the need for data sovereignty and privacy. The road ahead. As Jasmy moves closer to leaving Binance's monitoring zone, the token is poised for broader recognition and adoption. Its unique position as a blockchain solution rooted in Japanese regulatory compliance and its focus on decentralized data make it a compelling investment for the future. For crypto enthusiasts looking to capitalize on the next wave of blockchain innovation, Jasmy could be a token to watch. With its potential to redefine data sovereignty and IoT integration, 2025 might just be the year it becomes a true game changer in the crypto landscape. Absolutely phenomenal news for Jasmy, guys. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. All right, what else do we got on the docket today, guys? Little bit of an update from Myria. Check this out, guys. Myria is the first AI-powered gaming protocol, and this is only the beginning. Guys, I am so bullish on Myria. It's got the fries that'll cross your eyes. Check it out.
I've been working really hard to do that. Excited to share with everyone that I would estimate, first on the scene in building a really powerful AI Web3 gaming platform.
Our goal is to simplify the developer journey even more, so that developers don't really need to pour through all of these long, crazy, obscure documentations or write all of this boilerplate code that could have been written dozens and dozens of times over. Now, with our agent, you just prompt it, tell it what you want, and it'll do the work for you.
Myria is revolutionizing Web3 gaming, guys. I am so bullish on Myria. It's not even funny. What else do we got going on? Hara tweets out here. He says this is talking about their the cancer treatment research. Hang on a second. What's it called again? It's tip of the tongue. He's talking about the My Genome Guard promotion project from Jasmy, applying the personal data locker, the PDL, to the cancer research and development. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Hara tweets out, this is an important use case to move to points, stable coins and tokens as a unique wallet that can be leveraged by the Jasmy Consortium network. Data will be authorized by Genome, make the value of the data as easy to enjoy as points. I think this is important, an important step forward to understanding the value of your data. First, we would like to have a successful event exhibit at DIS World next week. So yes, Hara is actually doing a guest speak next week. We'll be covering that as well. Guys, the good news just keeps pouring out for Jasmy. This is a one hell of a week for the company, man. And just in, Donald Trump says, congratulations, Bitcoiners, $100,000. You're welcome. We will make America great again. Donald Trump acknowledging the 100K Bitcoin, guys. Absolutely amazing. And we're back up to 5 cents, 6, 7, 8 on Jasmy right now as well. Jasmy continuing to pump. What do we got here? We got more news, guys, more bullish news. $1 billion in USDT has been minted in the Tether treasury on Ethereum. Another $1 billion coming into the market, guys. Are you ready for liftoff? Phenomenal. All right, market probably has tailwinds through early next year, says IG North America CEO JJ Kahana. What is going on here?
On the markets and the retail trading activity, let's bring in JJ Kinahan, CEO of IG North America, who's going to single-handedly add to all of this this bullishness to the point where JJ, it's getting, you can cut it with a knife at this point, which makes me uncomfortable. But you don't see at this point. You see almost all tailwinds, very few headwinds for the market.
Well, it certainly does look that way, Joe. And I would kind of say that we probably have tailwinds through maybe the State of the Union address in January, even, or or when Trump makes his first speech in terms of what his plans are on the campaign trail. Obviously, every candidate talks about so many things they're going to do, but we'll see what the actual priorities are when he does get up and speak. I found you guys' conversation, before the break. They're really, really interesting in terms of a couple of things. Obviously, Bitcoin, what's going on there has been amazing, up 5% since President Trump got elected, and now over $100,000. We'll see if it can continue to carry that momentum. And in terms of growing into earnings, I think that is where most people's, hope lies, in the fact that, again, I think maybe there's even a misunderstanding about regulation. People are like, oh, business people don't want regulations. Of course, everybody wants regulations. But when the government employees are growing at a faster rate than private company employees, people, when they go to work, want to do something. So you just had so many more people coming in, trying to do things, trying to do new regulations, et cetera. And that really is where the issue was. I think a lot of people, this new DOGE committee, or whatever we're referring it to, coming in and trying to just make the government more efficient, not just on spending, but in terms of how many people you have coming in, maybe overlapping in what they're asking you. I think that's what the business community is really welcoming more than anything else. And that's where I think a lot of the hope of us continuing to grow into earnings comes. And then the last thing I'll say to that is think about AI. All hundreds of millions of dollars are spent on it. The question 6 months ago is, what are you going to actually do with this? What can we show for all this spending? And I think we're finally starting to see some of that, not only in the tech industry, but if you think about medicine, et cetera. That's where I think a lot of the hope for our next wave comes from also.
We talked about that yesterday. If there's one area that for humanity where AI, I could just see multifaceted benefits to all of us, and that's certainly healthcare. But I guess, JJ, you mentioned it, grow into, and that's what we're talking about, because, I mean, the market's not cheap. You follow mostly trends, so I don't. A lot of times it's hard to see a trend reversal coming, but right. With how richly valued many things are, and I guess that the soldiers are catching up with some of the generals, some of the Mag 7, but overall we're still at pretty high levels historically in terms of valuing stock prices versus the underlying earnings. Can that continue?
I think it can for a while. What I'm really interested in, Joe, is going to be the last 2 weeks of the year to see if people start to take some profits this year when you know what the tax rate is. Not that we necessarily think taxes are going higher, et cetera, but are people going to take some money off the table heading into the year? Let's face it, S&P 500, I believe, was his 56th record yesterday. That just, you and I have been doing this a long time. We know that just doesn't continue to go and go and go. So like I said, I believe that in the shorter term, we can continue to do this, but there may be some pressure at the end of the year. I think there may be some pressure right after President Trump takes office. You and I talk about the VIX quite a bit. The VIX is certainly saying, it's a very clear path, barring some crazy unforeseen event, through the end of the year. With the volatility under 14, or the VIX measure, I should say, under 14, that's pretty amazing. And you don't often see that. You tend to see it in one of two things. Either we continue higher. I mean, the VIX theoretically is working as it should. When markets go up, volatility should go down, and that's what's happening. But the other thing is when markets are stagnant, also the VIX stays at a low level. So I'm not quite sure if maybe that's a little bit of it, if perhaps the market's just thinking we could also just stay sideways for a little while.
Talk about a trend, though. The VIX is at 13 until it's at 30. like the next morning.
Well, again, as I said, an unforeseen event in the shorter term. Again, as we both know, these things.
It's not predictive. It's not. I don't even see how you use the VIX as being predictive, since it's possible for it's so volatile. It could be. You saw that chart where didn't we get almost to 40, and nothing even really happened. I don't think. Last time it went up, there was a growth scale.
Yeah, that was
a growth scale.
When we did that one, that was also overnight trade where the VIX actually, once markets opened, VIX sold off that day. But yes, I agree. It's not 100% predictive, but it is also when you start to watch that in conjunction with, you talked about gold, you talk about bonds. When you start to see people coming in, we saw people turn to bonds yesterday with the uncertainty in France, et cetera. I don't think that's something that's going to continue. But when you start to see these trends over a few days with those three things together, that's when you start to say, hey, maybe there's something here. We just haven't seen that.
It's not predictive, 100% predictive, but it suits my narrative. So that's why I'm going with it. Guys, if you're new here, just let you know, we get into the chat the second half of the stream. So I will get to your questions and comments. I'm not ignoring you. Worksport adopts Bitcoin and XRP for corporate treasury. Worksport, a U.S.-based provider of pickup truck solutions, is adding cryptocurrency to its corporate treasury strategy. The NASDAQ-listed company announced on December 5th, which is today, that it would be adding Bitcoin and XRP to its treasury assets. This follows a resolution by a company's board of directors, which approves an initial purchase of $5 million worth of Bitcoin and XRP. Worksport is committing 10% of its access operational cash to this corporate pivot. It is said in the announcement. While the initial allocation targets up to $5 million, the company highlights that future resolutions could see this change. The company plans to strategically size the acquired crypto assets as per prevailing market conditions as it looks to optimize the returns. The move will also see Worksports accept cryptocurrency for its products and services, part of the push for transaction efficiency. It also eyeing Bitcoin's store of value use as well to hedge against inflation. Other moves include converting interest earnings from cash to Bitcoin and XRP. Worksports, which reported strong earnings in the third quarter results, joins a long list of companies adding Bitcoin and crypto to their treasury. Guys, this is just going to continue to snowball. We're seeing these companies pulling off the micro strategy, right? Because it's working. Because it is working. Absolutely crazy. You love to see it. Guys, if you are an ARC Block fan, well, they just got listed over on LCX. So we got some bullish news there. What else do we got? This is just funny. Look at this. Look at this. Peter Schiff. My God, man. He tweeted out back in 2019, keep dreaming. Bitcoin is never going to $100,000. Suck it, Peter. 100K by 2024. Look at the date he responded. Look at the date this guy responded. The same day, November 8th, 2019. He said, suck it, Peter. 100K by 2024. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. That's awesome. Good for this guy. Good for this guy. That's a great call. What a comeback on that. Casper Labs fans, guys. Casper Labs just got listed on Kraken Pro Perpetual Futures. So there's that as well. Very bullish. Watcher Guru tweets out $870 billion asset manager Standard Chartered Bank says Bitcoin will double to 200K in 2025. Yes, I would agree with that assessment 100%. What do we got here from Bloomberg TV? CEO at Robini Macro Associates and portfolio manager at Atlas American Fund weighs in on the rise of Bitcoin.
You've had a big move in Bitcoin over the last month or so, had a big move over the last several years. Have you rethought the way you think about what's happening here?
Not really. I mean, people talk about Bitcoin being a cryptocurrency like the other ones, but they're not really currencies. They're not a unit of account. They're not a scalable means of payment. They're not a stable store of value. They're not a single numeraire. Bitcoin in the past went to 17 down, then to 16. Now it's above 100. You could have another 50% correction. So it's a speculative asset like meme stocks, SPACs, and others, highly volatile. Many people are going to it, but take El Salvador. They force everybody.
Say it with me, buddy. I can admit I was wrong.
Use Bitcoin as legal tender, and less than 1% of all transactions are occurring in Bitcoin. So I don't think it's going to ever become a currency, but it's going to be a speculative asset.
One thing the dollar is depreciated against is Bitcoin. And I think this is where I would see some separation between what's happening with meme coins and meme stocks and what is happening with Bitcoin. There seems to be a preference. There are market participants who believe that this is a place to be if you're worried about the depreciation of the US dollar and a fiscal trajectory of the United States of America. Do you see a case for it there?
Not really, because actually when the Fed was essentially rising rates and inflation was higher, Bitcoin was falling, like in 22, as there was the stock market correction, and now the stocks are going higher, and the Fed is easing, and inflation has fallen, Bitcoin is going higher again. So historically, it's not been a hedge against inflation. Actually, it looks like it's highly correlated positively with stocks, a beta relative to the equity market. So it's not a traditional like hedge like gold that is in periods of time of inflation rising or debasement or worries about the dollarization. So it's something to me looks like speculative asset is highly correlated with equity. So it's not a hedge against inflation.
You say ego and pride can be a very damaging trait in human beings. Can you imagine being proven wrong, literally had Bitcoin just smashed to 100K, and you're still going to double down on this stance? You have a pro crypto president. You have countries making it an strategic reserve asset. You have companies everywhere, massive companies putting it on their balance sheets. And you're still not going to be able to say, maybe I was wrong. Ego and pride will kill you in life, guys. It will kill you.
They sort of parallel tracks to meme stocks and some of the other euphoria that we've seen. At the same time, there seems to be something more concrete behind this. You mentioned gold, and we are seeing that rally in gold in tandem because of what John is talking about, that store of value outside of the US dollar to protect against some sort of loss of fiscal dominance. Do you see, with a more institutionalized structure endorsed by a presidential administration, there being a case for at least a crypto-based store of value that could offset some of the risks of volatility in the dollar and the potential loss on the margins of fiscal dominance down the road?
I'm not sure, because if you're worried about inflation, the basement of fiat currency, or even the dollarization, there are plenty of other assets that provide a good hedge: short-term treasuries, tapes, oil, ag commodities, gold, precious metals. So it's not as if there is not other alternatives. And as I pointed out, in the last few years, when inflation was higher, actually Bitcoin was falling. And when inflation has fallen, Bitcoin is going higher. So it doesn't look like it's been actually negatively correlated with inflation. So it is a speculative asset. For some people, it is a store of value. But if you want to hedge yourself against inflation, I think there's a spectrum of variety of other assets that are backed actually by real income or something store of value that are a better hedge against some of the risks that people worry about.
But given the change of tone in Washington, do you think there could be retail adoption at any point?
Yeah, and there's already been retail adoption, but my worry is actually that the regulation on crypto might become looser like they were before, and then you have another speculative run, you have another sets of scams like FTX, SPF, and so on, and then you get another bust. So the risk is we're going to go towards very little regulation. We know there are lots of players in this space that are quite shady, and the lack of regulation actually leads to a bigger bubble and a bigger bust down the line.
I see Marriage trying to argue against crypto or against Bitcoin here in the chat, saying that the guy's not wrong. Marriage, do me a favor. Go look at the performance of Bitcoin over the last 10 years and go look at the performance of gold over the last 10 years, and then come back and try to argue with me about how gold is a better hedge against inflation than Bitcoin, right? I would love to see how you can try to curve that argument. What else do we got? What else do we got? Oh, let's get into another article. Bitcoin price forecast grows optimistic for 2024. Recent insights from Benjamin Cowen suggest a potential rise in Bitcoin's value by the end of 2024. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Cowen emphasizes that Bitcoin's price trajectory could align with the cryptocurrency's established 4-year cycle halving cycle. He also pointed out that stable or falling unemployment figures in the U.S. could significantly influence Bitcoin's valuation. Cowen underscores the strong connection between the U.S. job market and Bitcoin's performance. The unemployment rate, which held steady at 4.1% in November, is seen as beneficial for Bitcoin's prospects. He noted a favorable market environment often allows for Bitcoin to appreciate. While a negative economic trigger might prompt declines, a rise in unemployment rates earlier in the year had adverse effects on Bitcoin, but the downward trend in the rates starting August 2024 may enhance Bitcoin's recovery potential. Cowen emphasized the cyclical nature of Bitcoin, stating that current market conditions present significant opportunities. Historically, Bitcoin tends to perform well post-halving events, which could drive price higher. With Bitcoin trading around 96,600 at the time of printing, well, it's well above. Oh, we've actually fallen below 100,000, guys. We're at 99,500 now. Cowen anticipates this positive trend could gain momentum in the approaching months. Potential investors are reminded that while the outlook for Bitcoin appears optimistic, the cryptocurrency market's volatile, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. So, looking good. I do enjoy seeing Benjamin Cowen's updates because, let's face it, he's pretty smart, right? We got more breaking news, guys. Phantom is coming to Sui's ecosystem. One wallet, endless possibilities, intuitive multi-chain features. Big news for Phantom. Sui is a fantastic ecosystem, in my opinion. So, very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right, what else do we got? Deregulation will be the secret weapon to more corporate investment. Let's see what they're talking about.
Now is Joe Amato. He's the president and chief investment officer at Neuberger Berman, which has $509 billion in assets under management, and they're not all in Bitcoin. I don't think.
They are not.
They are not. Maybe they should be?
Given that it's up 47% since the election, I guess we missed it. But it's been certainly an interesting ride. And I do think there are developments there from a regulatory standpoint, potentially a legislative standpoint, that have built some of that enthusiasm, together with a little bit of the sort of animal spirits that have been created since November 11th.
What do you tell clients about Bitcoin?
Well, we tell them to be very careful. Look, I admit I've been a skeptic over the years because of some of the things that you just quoted Powell on in terms of its store of value. It's not a currency equivalent, right? It is a speculative asset. And we say be very, very careful. Be very careful. We don't have it in client assets right now. There are ways to play it through the exchanges. But certainly it's getting the attention, and we're getting lots of questions about it.
40% since the election, but 60% ARR for 15 years, or 10 or 15 years. So, I mean, you've missed it.
We have missed that.
Yeah.
We did miss the U.S. equity market, though, so we got that, which has been a strong performer over the last
He's got that
decade.
going for him.
Absolutely.
Well, the other question, therefore, is which, what's wagging the dog here? What's the dog and what's the tail in terms of this market?
Well, I think you have as I referenced, sort of the animal spirits and the enthusiasm. You have an administration that is perceived as being pro-growth and pro-business friendly. So I think that's helping. I think you have the unique dynamic where you've got an economy growing above trend line, you've got earnings growing, and you've got the Fed cutting rates. Right, it's quite rare the Fed cutting rates when earnings are growing and the economy is growing above trend line. So obviously it's about inflation and the trend line on inflation. So that creates a good dynamic for risk assets, and so it's understandable. Now, and then you add in the notion of more deregulation, which I think is maybe the secret weapon here. Right, there's a lot of talk about this administration tariffs, which clearly have implications around
potentially inflation and other aspects. But deregulations, it's cost-free for the government to focus on, right? You delayer some of that deregulation, and you'll see more.
Well, so that's the question. How you see these CBO reports or others that will come out with reports about what's going to what the economy is going to do, or what could happen if you do this and this. From a deregulatory perspective, how do you math that out?
No question, it's hard.
Right. With tariffs, you can just go, okay, I can do the math. I can see what's happening.
Certainly, some of it is anecdotal. Like, we see management company CEOs and CFOs come into our offices literally multiple times a day, right? And they consistently talk about some of the challenges, not just the last 4 years, but the layer upon layer upon layer. Because new regulations never eliminate old regulations; they just got lopped on top, right? So that delayering, it's tough to gauge, but I think you will see more investment and enthusiasm from companies more willing to say, look, I don't have a headwind right now with policy. I have a tailwind.
I tried to push Powell a little bit on the issue of cutting rates, given the issues that you're talking about. Do you think it's a mistake to cut rates? I
don't think so. I think when you got the trend line on inflation and where policy rates are and effectively where real rates are, it's still restrictive. Now, whether, I think you referenced, he's trying to find neutral, or is neutral 3.5? Is it 4? It's not 5. It's not 4 3/4. So there's room. And I do think with any sign of labor market weakness, we'll get a big number on Friday. The Fed has lots of room to cut even further. So we're assuming 25 in December. Sorry, Becky.
What about any sign of inflation? Like if the labor market weakness would move them in one direction, would inflationary pressures picking up move them the opposite direction?
I think the inflationary issue that we've gotten over and got past is, when inflation's 5, 6, 7, 8, that's a disaster, and central banks have to deal with that. Now, if you're arguing about 2.5 to 3 or 2 to 3, and the pace at which you get to your target rate, there's no magic to 2%. But the trend line, we think, is still favorable. And some of the stickier areas will remain challenging, like housing. But a lot of the other things that were a function of misalignment of supply and demand have been worked through. And, you'll have a bumpy road, but we think the trend line direction of travel is still lower.
3.5 is a big difference than 2. And I mean, it hurts and badly over time. 2 is a good number in terms of,
for sure,
of optimal.
And that's why one of the things that the market's trying to wrestle with tariffs, because it's hard to see how tariffs are not inflationary if they get put in place, right? If you go back to 2018, the goods that were that tariffs were placed on, if you did a price composite, they're probably at 3 to 4%.
When you try and say what's going to really happen with tariffs, are you in the Ken Griffin camp, which is we just don't know, and they're probably not going to happen? It's a negotiating tool, and that's what we're talking about.
We think tariffs will net be higher, but we think it is absolutely a negotiating ploy and transactional, and you're seeing that between the incoming administration in Mexico right now, where they're engaging in discussions that probably leads to some type of deal. But I think directionally, China, potentially on some of the other countries, you'll see a bit more, but not as much as people fear.
Interesting. Inflation, still a problem, guys. Still a problem. All right, what else do we got? I put Big Mouth on timeout for 24 hours. Give him an opportunity to do some research on the inflation hedge, the difference between gold and Bitcoin, and says, I'm just some guy in my basement. Yes, I am. I am just some guy in my basement. No need for you to be here. I'm just some guy in his basement. Right? Go find your Jasmy update somewhere else. Good luck, though. Bitcoin comment from Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong called on governments for BTC. While Bitcoin surpassing the critical level of $100,000 for the first time is on the agenda of the cryptocurrency market, important names of the crypto world also commented on this historical moment. First, while former Binance CEO CZ reshaped his post about Bitcoin reaching 100K in 2021, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong also referred to 2012. Brian Armstrong drew attention to the speed at which Bitcoin has risen and emphasized the investment opportunities that Bitcoin has offered since 2012. Coinbase CEO, who also suggested strategic Bitcoin reserves to governments, pointed out that $100 investment made in Bitcoin in 2012, the year the company was founded, has reached $1.5 million today, stating that Bitcoin is the best performing asset in the last 12 years. The famous CEO argued that Bitcoin is still in its early day and has more potential for uptrend. As you can see the tweet from Brian Armstrong. Very, very interesting. I think we're going to see $1 million Bitcoin by 2032, 2033, 2 bull runs from now, something like that. Michael Saylor added again. He says, in an economy of scarcity, it is the only commodity invented in the history of the human race that is absolutely capped.
What percentage of the public do you think understands Bitcoin at this point? Because I don't know if it helps to go into your strategy, what you just tweeted about. If people don't even understand Bitcoin, and I still see it everywhere, that it's air, or that it's not like gold because you can't make jewelry out of it. Believe it or not, still people saying that because you can't touch it, that it can't be real and it can't represent money. So can we go into how you're arbitraging it to make a return?
Yeah, here's what you need to know.
Okay.
The S&P is about 15 ARR for the past 4 years, and the volatility of the S&P is 15.
Okay.
If you want to own a commodity like silver or soybeans or gold, they have very, very low performance, less than 15%, 5%, 0%. You don't really want to hold soybeans for 100 years. And sometimes they have volatility, but it doesn't last that long. Bitcoin is 60 volatility, 60 ARR, and it is a legal commodity, but it is an economic scarcity. It is the only commodity invented in the history of the human race that's absolutely capped. And so that means you can expect it to keep going up. If I can give you a commodity that outperforms the S&P index, if I can give you a commodity that's more volatile than the S&P index, you can put 100% of your liquid assets in that commodity per SEC rules. I can't do it with a security, by the way. So up until Bitcoin, people had to use gold or real estate as their commodity, or they have to use the US Treasury bill. Those are all underperforming the S&P, and they're less volatile. Bitcoin is the first thing you can use in your treasury that's more volatile, that outperforms the S&P. The result is, if I give you a security, Joe, that outperforms the S&P, how much of it do you want to buy? And if you're an ARB or an options trader, and I give you an option that is 4x the volatility of the S&P, or with MicroStrategy, we're 10x the volatility of the S&P, how much of it do you want to trade? So Bitcoin's unique in the history of the capital markets. It's the first scarcity commodity, outperforming the S&P, more volatile than the S&P, that you can put on your balance sheet.
Volatility at sometimes is not always a good thing. I mean, it's great when something's going higher. But don't think that there'll be a drop or a significant drop that comes along? Have we moved past that because of the regulatory changes that have taken place?
I think it'll remain volatile because it's a 24/7, 365 global asset. You can panic sell it on Saturday night. You can enthusiastically buy it on Sunday morning. That's a feature. Mm-hmm. That's not a bug.
Yeah, you've lived through some of the swings, but do you think we won't see the downturns like we've seen in the past just because of the changes we've seen?
I think it's going to surge through the roof, and then it's going to surge to 180 and crash to 140, and people will be freaking out about it again. But let me make this one analogy. Volatility is like fire, and some people run away from the fire, but Henry Ford put the fire into a carriage via an engine, created an entire industry, and he gave humanity wings.
Boom. Just blew your mind. All right, let's get into the new Jasmy partnership. I know everyone's been on the edge of their seat waiting for it. Check it out, guys. As per Dip Metaverse, shout out to Dip. This is why you got to follow people like Dip Metaverse and Icy Amphibian over on X. It says Jasmy, in an X space from a while back, him and Brian noticed that Hara was following IoTEX, that's IoTX, on Twitter. I guess this is why. Also, please note that the original post mentions both Jasmy and Junction, so yes, both are connected. I never thought I would say this, but Jasmy could very well rule Japan by bringing in successful crypto projects from elsewhere. Hara-san always mentioned building a token economy in Japan. This could be part of what he mentioned. Check out the announcement, guys. IoTEX is partnering with Jasmy, pioneers in Japan's blockchain space, and members of the Coinbase 50 Index to bring DePIN to Japan. Together, we're combining Jasmy's expertise with IoTEX infrastructure to drive DePIN innovation and empower users across this key market. This is just a start. Stay tuned for more updates. Perfect day for the announcement, guys. The announcements for Jasmy just keep coming in more and more bullish. All right, let's get into the chat. I know a lot of people got a lot of questions, so I'm just going to scroll up to the top of the chat here, guys. Put your questions, comments, concerns in the chat. I'm working the chat now. If you have altcoin requests, there's a tab at the top that says goals. That's where you put your altcoin requests. Balaclava Man, what's up, man? First, for you and Funky, both exact same minute. Nice. Rob, just want to say thanks for constantly daily updates, for sticking to your convictions, man. Now look at us making life-changing wealth. Hey, no problem, brother. Consistency is key, my friend. Consistency is key. Who's pumped right now? Oh, I'm pumped, Big Campin'. I am pumped, man. William, what's up, buddy? Every day, man. I love it, brother. I love it. A boy, 22nd. Mara Games will be big. I agree, William. Mara Games is going to be fantastic. They're built on Miria's blockchain, actually. So very, very cool. The marathon is just starting. Let's go to the finish, baby. Michael, thanks, Rob, for your helpful Jasmy content. Michael, it's my pleasure, my friend. Jasmy Army in the house. Absolutely, man. Jasmy plus Toyota. Guys, as always, please do me a favor. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. We only need 8 more subs to get us to 7,400 subs. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Be that guy that pushes us up over that 7,400 level. That would be awesome. Dumb Money, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Funky in the house. Roland Curtis, Jasmy's taking over the cryptocurrency industry, more over King Bitcoin because Queen Jasmy, she's taken over. Absolutely, man. Jay Bond, what's up, buddy? Feels good getting out of the innovation zone. I hope this is not a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Just because now all the use cases are coming out, plus Coinbase 50. Yeah, a lot of big things have been happening for Jasmy over the last couple of weeks, man. Absolutely. All I want for Christmas is you. I mean, Jasmy. Binance guys talking $1 or more. Yes, they are, man. Yes, they are. Beebs, good day, future crypto millionaires. What's up, Scam? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Couple of weeks, Junction L2 launch, January 6th, Binance Innovation Zone, January 10th, hello, President Pump, Jasmy Super Wallet, Apple use case, absolutely in March, my ID, absolutely, man. Big things popping, little things stopping. Jasmy Scam. Lord of the Realm, good afternoon, man. Hope you guys aren't tired of winning yet. All we do is win, baby. All we do is win. Green tea in the house. Let's make this money. Boomer, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yo, Lily's in the house. Absolutely phenomenal. Sun is hot. What's going on, man? WF Capital in the house, man. I sold my Jasmy before the. I call BS. I don't believe you. You're always trying to play me. Latino, good afternoon, Jasmy fam. We up big time. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Paul, Rob, I got a question. I got a friend, and she's in profit with Jasmy. She wants to sell. What do you have to say to her? I mean, I can't tell her what to do with her money, but I tell you, man, what's her conviction level in Jasmy? I mean, long-term hold. Personally, I think it's a mistake, but I would say this: you do you, boo-boo, right? But I ain't selling. Kello, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What date will they be removed coins from the innovation zone? They do it the first week of January, first week of every quarter. Jasmy scammed me into having 50K. Damn that, Jasmy, eh? Damn it. Jasmy scammed me for having 63K on my portfolio. Nice. Tonight will be the same. Nice. I hope so, man. I hope so. Bitcoin is down at 99,300 right now. We dropped below 100K. We got to get that push back up for the daily close, guys. Crypto Queen, I'm officially more than halfway becoming a Jasmy millionaire. Congratulations, Crypto Queen. I love it, man. I love hearing you guys winning. J Bond, $1.37 we will hit in 1 to 2 months. That would be crazy. Glad to hear everyone for thanks for everything, Rob. Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for being here. That's what's important. Have a 100K Jasmy bought at 1 cent 5, want to sell 25%, but don't know when. Well, if you need help creating an exit strategy, my friend, I would get over to the Patreon, because that's what we do over there, right? We help people create exit strategies, profit-taking plans, all that stuff. The link is in the chat, man. Join over to the Patreon and join the community. I was hanging with my Jasmy Research Foundation friends all night on Twitter Spaces. We had so much fun. Yeah, well, I'll bet. No kidding. No bet. Yeah, or I'll bet. I mean, look at that pump action, man. You guys must have been having a fantastic time. Hello from Europe again. You're doing a fantastic job, by the way. Hello, member on Patreon. Nice. Welcome to the Patreon. I hope that you will join us for our group Zoom calls over there, because we do them. We're going to be doing them twice a day now. So because so many people have jumped over to the Patreon, the community's grown so big, I got to start doing multiple group Zoom calls every day over there. So make sure you guys get over there. Join the calls, guys. We have a fantastic community. Jasmy boners. Nice. 673 Jasmy added $20 today. Nice. That's how it's done, man. That's how it's done. DCA. Guy, man, I get asked this question every single stream for the last week. I'm gonna go 8 to 10 cents, depending. That's what I'm gonna go with. 8 cents by Sunday, then correction. Nice. That will be epic. That will be epic. Kava coin, please. Altcoin requests are at the top of the chat. There's a tab, and it says altcoin requests. It says goals. You just go ahead and participate in that, and I will look at your altcoins. Can't stop, won't stop. Wellwood, absolutely, man. Thoughts on XCM, brother? I am mega bullish on Onyx Coin. If you like Onyx Coin, you definitely come to the right channel, my friend. We actually have one of the Onyx Coin ambassadors. He comes on the channel we do a Sunday live stream every Sunday. Me and Wes, he is the Onyx Coin ambassador. So if you want all the latest and greatest updates on XCN, make sure you're here Sundays at 8 p.m. Central for the Onyx Coin live stream. Juicy Jasmy, absolutely. Cat's in the house. What's up? Good evening to you. Kind of smiling. Yeah, I hope so. Binance, I'm glad Jasmy skyrocketed without Binance. Crypto Nation scam. T, what's up, buddy? Thanks for watching on X, my friend. I appreciate you. Good afternoon, Anthony. How you doing, buddy? Great things always come to those who wait. I am starting to lose sleep over the excitement in the market. Yep, you're starting to get that euphoria. It's slowly starting to kick in. Next year is going to be a good year, man. Rip Rice, what's up, buddy? You're making me want to go all on Jasmy. Miria, absolutely, Beebs. Miria to the moon. It all ties into what Hara said about the bull run not affecting Jasmy's price too much. He's looking beyond the bull run. Yes, he is. Joey, what's up, buddy? We're kicking booty. We're not seeing 2 cents no more. We're going up fast, which we need since we was down for a while. Yes, blessed to everyone who holds Jasmy in these bad storms. Yeah, we navigated those storms together, guys. Absolutely. I love seeing Rob's due diligence paying fruition. Yes, me too, man. Me too. It wasn't always easy, guys. It's not always easy because a lot of listen, over the last couple of years, especially when Jasmy was down below below a penny, like 205, 206, 207. Man, I was getting a lot of hate. We were doing live streams talking about Jasmy, and there was only like 10 people in the live streams and stuff. So, I mean, but we got through all of it, man. We stayed consistent. We stayed with it. And here we are, right? Partnership with, I already announced that. You know how much I sacrificed Jasmy all day, baby. All day. Leonardo, what's up, buddy? Rob, thank you for your videos. Always watching. Thank you for supporting me, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, brother. I appreciate you. Hara explains the features of Jasmy. Yes, I actually have a breakdown of Hara's explanation. It comes out at 6 p.m. Central tonight. I have a video coming out with a full comprehensive breakdown of Hara's part 2 of his AMA answering the community's questions on their layer 1 and their layer 2 junction. So definitely watch that video. Tiger says 8 cents on the table while streaming. Another history-making day. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That would have been nice, eh? That would have been nice, man. Nacho, what's up, my brother? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Chainlink or XRP, which is better to add along with my Jasmy? Right now, if it was me, honestly, at this moment in time, given where we are in the market, Chainlink has not had a massive pump yet, so I would probably go with Chainlink right now. And I also believe that Chainlink is a staple in everybody's portfolio. So, Light, what's up, man? The partnership with Jasmy. I already announced that. You probably said that before I announced it, though. Jasmy Army, absolutely, man, absolutely. I wonder if Toyota's basketball robot has links to Jasmy. Good question, man. Good question. I did a video last night, actually yesterday, talking about Hara was breaking down how Jasmy's actually moving into robotics and AI. So it's entirely possible. Big Watch Dude, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Galaxy Shooter in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Pluto Bollock, the liquidity too low for XCN to go up or what? No, it's too low to go up. My friend, XCN is up. Guys, you got to have more patience than this, man. XCN is up over 100% on the month right now. Over 100%. It's correcting today, but so is the whole market. You got to have more patience than that, man. Just because you're having a bit of a red day and it hasn't like gone up 400% yet doesn't mean it's not going to, right? Guys, patience, right? Patience. Kevin, hello. What's up, man? It's Jasmy rocketing to the moon. How bigly of a pump do you see Jasmy will get if it gets removed? Yeah, that's going to be a pretty big move, man. I also think that Binance, if they remove it, they'll also run some sort of a promotion for trading on it as well. And you combine that with Junction coming out before the end of the month, the Super Wallet coming out in March. Yeah, it's going to be the integration of the My Number card into the Apple iPhones as well in March. Guys, big things are, it's going to be huge, Ballot Club, man. Going to be huge. Gomer, what is the all-time high for Jasmy? $4.99. Metal Detector, what's up, man? I'm doing good. How you doing, man? Looking forward to seeing what else XCN has in the tank. We're still in the melt-up. Yes, we are still in the melt-up phase. XCN's got a long way to go before it's done melting up. For sure. Hey, Rob, you are the best. Thank you so much, man. You are the best for being here, my friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys. Is it too late to buy Jasmy? For me personally, I think that the bottom of the next bear market, you're going to see Jasmy bottom out somewhere between 5 to 10 cents. So if you're buying it where it is now, you're probably buying it pretty much below the bottom of the next bear market prices. So it's probably still a good DC opportunity, right? That would be my opinion on it. What about the token lockups? I've touched on the token lockups already. I actually did a video about how there's a new lockup opportunity for Jasmy. I did it yesterday, so go check that video out as well, Gomer. I'm a member of another crypto guy, and as a member, we only get stickers. What do we get for being a member with you? Well, you get, if you're a member on the YouTube channel, you get help with it depends. You get different things. The YouTube channel members get quite a bit. The Patreon members get way more. Over on the Patreon, we do group Zoom calls twice a day. We help you create your exit strategies and your profit-taking plans. We do swing trade opportunities. We get exclusive node operation videos we're creating right now that are for Patreon-only members. There's a live 24/7 live chat there. You can schedule one-on-one coaching sessions with me. You get a whole crap load of stuff over there. Art Caffeine, I can't believe this. Wow, I'm waiting 2 years holding Jasmy. Nice. Yes, it's paying off, man. It's paying off. Colden, think moving my H bar to XEN right now would be wise play, catch the possible XEN pump or hold H bar. I mean, I can't listen. It's not financial advice, but I mean, XEN hasn't had its massive run yet. And H bar did just run up very, very big. Like H bar is up 516% on the month. All I can tell you is that if it was me personally, I not only would I do that, yes, but I did do it. I rolled my H bar profits into Swift coin. So before Swift coin pumped. So yeah, I would do it to the degree that I did do it. Right. So there you go, man. That would be my answer. Derek, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Also, is Miria a play this bullish, this bull run, or play for the next one? Miria is this bull run. Miria will do fantastic in this bull run, in my opinion. I have a big bag of Miria. What do you think Jasmy will be in the next 3 months? Gene, I mean, I'm not going to answer that question for every single month. You ask me every month, what's the prediction for the end of December? What's the prediction for the end of January? What's the prediction for the end of February? Man, patience, right? Bullish close for January above 5 cents. Bullish close above 5 cents. I think it'll be higher than 5 cents by the end of January, Beebs. It's December 5th right now, and it's 5 cents. I've been rocking with you since 2004 and doing lives. Nice. Thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate it. You've been quiet, but thank you for being here. Jasmy's not a rug pull no more. Rob, I think they were talking about 8 cents on tonight's live stream. Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Jasmy price prediction 2025. It could get to $1, but I think it'll probably top somewhere between 40 to 60 cents is where I would be thinking about getting out. Benjamin, love your channel. Jasmy to the moon. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Del Boy, let's not stop at the moon. Keep going past it. Yes, absolutely, man. Thanks, Rob. Best and most honest crypto streamer. Glad to be here, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you being here. I see you over on Max's channel all the time too, man. We both appreciate you, brother. Just picked up some Swift. It is down, but turned around. Back on track. Well, everything's having a bit of a correction because Bitcoin fell down to 98,000. So, look at this. Look at this Bitcoin candle right now. The bulls are pissed off, or the bears, I mean. Look at this. Turned it red. Turned that candle red. That's what I said, guys. We need this candle to close above 100K, and right now the bulls are pushing it down. Bulls, the bears are pushing it down. We need the bulls to get their get their shit together here. Junior, what's up, man? Thanks for introducing me to Jasmy. Got in at 203. My gains are ridiculously nice. We need to find the next Jasmy ASAP. No kidding, brother. No kidding, man. Thanks for answering all the questions, Rob. It's going to be a richer 2025 for all of us. Absolutely, man. I will always try to get to everyone's questions in the chat. I mean, there may come a time where things get crazy, obviously, but I mean, that's what we do here, right? That's one of the reasons I created this channel, honestly, was because, most content creators ignore the chat, and I wanted a community. I want everyone to feel involved, right? So Jasmy's holding up nice. Absolutely, man. $1 would be nice for Jasmy. That would be nice, man. That would be nice. I meant above 5 cents on the deal. Oh, I thought you meant at the end of January. I was like, Beeps, are you ribbing me right now, brother? Are you ribbing me? I've been watching you since the beginning of this year. So much motivation. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Tiger. Thank you for being here, man. Jasmy to zero. Melt those. Jasmy to zero. Melt those haters' faces. Yes, melt the faces, but not to zero. Jasmy for the win. Absolutely, man. Any thoughts on going for the ambassador and XCN? I thought it would be I thought it would be better you stay mutual. Yeah, I've kind of decided to just not be an ambassador to any projects because it keeps me non-biased, right? I don't want to and I'll be the first one to tell you guys, if I take an ambassadorship for a project, how can you trust anything I say about that project after that, right? You can't. So that's why I have to remain neutral. I can't be taking ambassadorships at projects because I have a invested interest, right? It's not fair to you guys. So I've decided I won't do that, right? So yeah, no ambassador programs for me. Don't care what the project is. I got to remain completely non-biased because as it stands now, I love XCN. It's one of my top projects, but I have no problem if I see something bad happening in saying something. In fact, I have said something to you guys in the past, right? So no, I will always remain neutral. I won't take any ambassadorships at any projects. So. Kevin, thank you so much, Rob. Because of you, I loaded up on Jasmy, XCN, and Swift. Hey, you did the hard work, brother. You clicked the buy button. I just all I did was show you how the cow eats the cabbage, right? Wow, Sui went through the roof this morning. Yeah, it did. Sui was doing great. It's getting a little bit of a pullback now, though. Went to 4 cents, $4.40, and it's back to $4.15 because Bitcoin's crashing. It's pulling everything else down, except for Jasmy for some reason. Everything's getting pulled down, but Jasmy's not getting pulled down. Look at it's still at 5 cents 3. Oh man, pretty cool. Anyway, guys, that's the chat. That's the stream, guys. That's the news. I will be back at 8 p.m. Central tonight. I will be live over on the Patreon this evening as well, guys. Get over to the Patreon. Listen, there's no shame in having a community of people hold your hand through an altcoin season if you've never been through one before, if it means you can make life-changing wealth for yourself, right? So get over to the Patreon, join the community. We can help you design an exit strategy, profit-taking, compounding gains by rolling gains from one project to the other. All that and more, guys, over on the Patreon. You can schedule one-on-one coaching calls with yours truly. And yeah, so get over there, join the Patreon. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Central. Peace.